Hello, this is Coding Challenges, and today what we're going to be looking for is that we're going to be trying to get this Code Wars account right here from Q8 all the way up to Q1. So, let's get started. Alright, so for our first problem here, what we're going to be taking on is friend or foe. So make a program that filters a list of strings and returns a list with only your friends' names in it. So if it has exactly 4 letters, it's a friend. Otherwise, apparently it's not so friendly. So as we see here for the example, it's just a function that seems to take in a list of strings and will return a filtered list with only four lettered strings. Alright. So let's just bring that in here. And the first thing that we're, just placing this placeholder for now is that we're definitely, because we're not going to be returning a string, we're going to be returning a list of strings. So, actually, I'm going to make a variable known as friends because that's who we want to return. We want to return a list of all our friends, so we're going to do that. And so, what we need to do is we just need to get the variables from X, so the filtered list from X into our friends variable here. Alright. I suppose... Okay, I think I know how I want to do this. So for word in X, what we're going to do is if... I think it's a function here, length, right? So check if the length has 4, and if it does, we're going to friends.append word, and then return friends. I think that might just be it, right? That should be it. Alright. Let's see if that works. Test. Nice. Alright, so that is the first challenge completed. Alright, so since that was a very quick kata, I want to be able to fit in a second one for the day. So let's get to it. So, alright. In a factory, a printer prints labels for boxes. For one kind of boxes, the printer has to use colors which, for the sake of simplicity, are named with letters A to M. The colors used by the printer are recorded in a control string. For example, a good control string, which would be this, meaning that the printer used 3 times color A, 4 times color B, and 1 time color H. Sometimes there are problems, lack of colors, technical malfunction, and a bad control string is produced. Okay, so I think I get it. So it needs to be, yeah, so it just needs to be between A and M if I'm understanding this on a first read. Alright, so let's look what we're actually trying to accomplish here. You have to write a function, printer error, which, given a string, will return the error rate of the printer as a string representing a rational whose numerator is the same number of errors and the denominator the length of the control string, don't reduce this fraction to a simpler expression. Okay, I see. So, okay, so we're just producing a string like this. So we're just returning string. The left is the number of errors, and then the right is just the length of the whole string. Alright. So that's all we're doing. Okay. Let's get rid of our old one here. Alright, and the one thing we know for a fact we're going to be returning a string. So I'll just place that as a placeholder right now, and let me think for a second about how I want to do this. Okay, I guess starting off, just to at least get started towards solving this problem, the first thing I'm going to do is just grab the length, since we know for a fact we'll need that. So we'll just grab a what were they calling it? The denominator, right? Yeah. So we'll just do, let me, grab denominator and have that equal to the length of s. Alright, so that's going to be half of it. The other half of it here is going to be grabbing the amount of errors. That's going to be the difficult part about this problem. So once again, let's see how we're going to... So let me think about how to handle this. Okay, well, I guess there is one solution that would certainly solve the problem, but I'm not sure if I necessarily like the solution as much. Because what we could do is we could create a list that has every single letter, you know, A through M, and then we just simply check, okay, is it, you know, because we can loop through each individual letter within the string, and then we just compare each one if it has either, you know, any of our error letters, and then we just return, and we just return how many return as an error. So we could do that, but I want to see if there is a better way to handle this. Alright, I did a bit of looking around, and one thing apparently you're able to do, let me see if I can actually write this correctly, because I did not know you could do this, is you can do a comparative operator and check if it's like above or below, almost like you would a number. So I believe the way this works is if, like, for example, A would be above M, but would like Z would be below M. So if we could use like M as our base point here, so for letter in S, alright, so if letter is less than M, then we are going to, let's make this, instead of a list, we're going to make this a number. We are going to letters is equal to letter. Instead of letters, a much better name for this would be errors, because we're just counting the number of errors here. +1. Alright. And then return alright, now okay, so I believe with errors and denominator, or they didn't call it denominator on, what did they call it? The numerator, yeah. So they called it the numerator. Just we'll follow along. So we'll call it the numerator, and So we'll call this, instead of errors, we'll call it the numerator. We'll follow along. All right. So with all that combined, we actually have to build out our string now. So, starting off, because the numerator is the number of errors, so that goes first, a slash, then our denominator. Alright, so I believe it's just this to make it a char, so if we do that and put in numerator, and I want to say this should just concatenate it, plus a slash, plus denominator. I believe we would also need to turn that the same way we did, well, that's only a character. Would it be str because we're doing a string? And if we put that in here. Alright, will this work? That is the question. I'm really not sure about this. This is the first time I've tried something like that. Oh, whoops. I could just control A that, but we're doing it this way. Test failed. Okay, so of course it got the length. We have the string built properly. The issue is that we are getting a miscount here for. Alright, let me see how this actually works, comparing it like that. Okay, I am back, and no, I did have it right. Okay, so what I did wrong is I was saying less than, so instead of greater than, so we were getting everything below. Yeah, so we were getting everything in reverse. Oh, that was a funny mistake, but no, we got it working. Let's do our attempt. I should have showed the attempt for the last one, but that was also a pass. So that should be both of these. Yeah, that's both of these katas right here. So let's just submit our answer. And yeah, we got that one. Yeah, we got that one. Alright. Well, we did 2 katas. and we're already a third of the way to the next rank. So, actually, hold on. Let me see how long we've been going for. Alright, yeah, this recording has already been going on for a bit, so I will call it for today, but thank you for everyone who watched, and any feedback or anything of that nature would be greatly appreciated, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.